The machine I'm working on today is a Janome MemoryCraft 9700. Now, the machine came in initially for a problem with the lower shaft feed lifting cam, which was quite worn. It's in another video. So in order to replace that feed lifting cam, I have to loosen all of the parts and pieces that connect the lower shaft to the upper shaft, which requires removing the timing belt and sliding the shaft from the left to the right. You can see where it's pulled out. That's where I've discovered this problem with the shaft itself. The shaft is a very smooth steel piece that goes through a bushing here, which is made of a soft, porous material. It's metal, and it's impregnated with oil. So as the shaft turns, it has a tremendous amount of pressure being pulled upward on this gear from the timing belt. And it also is turning quite rapidly in the sewing machine as it's moving. Many like 1,500 revolutions per minute. Actually, on this machine, I think it's probably like 1,100 revolutions per minute. And it creates a lot of heat. And so as this shaft and this bushing make contact and it creates heat, the porous material lets the lubricating oils of the bushing gives the lubrication that it needs so it doesn't overheat. Well, if there's any kind of a failure in those, either the shaft or the bushing, then what happens is tiny scratches begin to appear on the bushing, on the shaft itself and on the bushing. So if I were to take a, if I were to take a razor blade, for instance, and run it across the smooth shaft, it's very quiet. But as it gets onto that scratch, I can clearly feel it with my finger, and I can hear it. So those scratches will cause this bushing to wear out even faster. So what has to happen now is I have to pull this shaft all the way out, drive this bushing out, and very carefully, because it's such a soft material, replace that bushing and put a new shaft in. Otherwise, this scratches will just ruin the next bushing. Now at this point it probably wouldn't seize, but very short order this whole job is going to have to be redone again. So that is a lower shaft bushing failure on a Janome MemoryCraft. It's also common on Janome MemoryCraft 9,000s, 8,000s, not so much 8,000s, but other Janome MemoryCraft machines, and also Janome Gem Platinums, Gem Gold, the computerized 3/4 size machines. Those tend to have those problems as well. But it's well worth the fix.